It was the A&R at Bad Boy at the time, and I had a song called Pass the Ciroc. This is at the time when I knew directly. I didn't know Diddy didn't own Ciroc.
Right.
I thought this was his brand, all of this. And Skid's like, yo, bring that CD to New York, to the Bad Boy office. I want to play it for Diddy. And I'm like, bet, this is it. I took a Greyhound bus to a train station to get to New York City.
I love these stories.
All to find out Diddy never left Miami because it was his birthday weekend and he extended his trip.
Damn.
I mean, I got the CDs pressed up. I got it custom with the Ciroc logo on the CD, so I'm really ready to show off for this meeting for Diddy. I call Skid. I'm in downtown Manhattan because his office was really in the middle of Manhattan at the time. I posted the picture not long ago. I'm like, it's just bad memories. But I go and I'm like, Skid, I'm here. I'm in New York, ready to meet Diddy. I'm right outside the building, but the front door is locked. He's like, oh my gosh, Barion, I forgot. You forgot, you on your way? No, Diddy, it was his birthday weekend. He was in Miami, and we ain't even made it back to New York yet. What? I took a Greyhound to the train station. I went to Staples and had this poor old lady making a custom CD cover with the Ciroc logo, and the door's not even open for me to just leave it with somebody or pass it.
Dog.
And he was like, come back next week.
Bro.
No, it's not come back next week. Where's he at? Where's Diddy? He's like, oh, man, you know how it is. No, I'm from the streets. I don't know how it is. Your word means everything.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, you know what? I had my homie E. Luke with me, man, and we just stayed in New York, fucking going to all the stores, going to the M&M store, just enjoying New York, you know what I mean? And I got back that day, and I Googled the company Ciroc. And I found out he wasn't the owner of Ciroc. So I reached out to Ciroc directly and said, hey, I'm an up-and-coming artist. I'm working on my own tour called the Ciroc Life Tour. I would love if you guys can lend some kind of partnership, anything. They said, oh, Barion, we love that idea. Send us your show schedule, and we'll have a Ciroc representative doing tastings at every show. And then I became sponsored by Ciroc for my own tour, self-funded, my own promo van. And I'm just like, man. And all I did, bro, is went on Ciroc.com, looked in the privacy notes, and there was an email. And bro, that was it.
I need to make, I could do a whole podcast about this. The power of the DM, bro. The power of the DM. You know how many podcast guests I have had on this show just because I was like, I don't give a shit if they don't answer. I'm going to DM them. And guess what? I lose nothing if they don't answer, and I got everything to gain.
But people got a fear of rejection. People can't handle that rejection.
You know the caliber of guests I've had on this show, 100%. And I'm about to have on this show.
100%.
Because of a simple, hey, what's up, man? Listen, I've been doing a podcast for a year. Here's a clip. Let me know when you can pass by and we can record an episode. Yeah, man, that's great. Here's my number. Call me, text me, send me an invite. Let's book it.
It's the thing because I think social media has get people thinking that people not people no more. Okay. I had a guy just the other day DM me, and he said, hello. And I wrote him back and was like, yo, I don't know if you want to do business or you want to see how we can collaborate, but hello is not the best way to get anybody's attention. You should lead with some value. Say hello, introduce yourself, because I'm so busy, I can't go hello back to you.
Exactly.
And then you be like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm doing fine.
Get to the point.
Get to the point, right?
Point, yeah.
So there's definitely a DM etiquette. Shout out to Angel Martinez. His DM etiquette got me here. I didn't know Angel a year and a half ago. DM etiquette. He seen me on social media. He's like, yo, that's somebody I want to fuck with. He DM'd me and he says, yo, I seen you do this. My name is Angel. I seen you do this. I want to know how I can do something like that with you. What's your fee? And can we meet? So he answered all my questions if I was going to reply to his DM or not. He told me who he was. He told me how he found me. He asked what's my fee.
Exactly.
He told me what he wanted to do. And I'm like, oh, that's some good DM etiquette. And I pulled up. And 4 weeks later, we did our first workshop. But you can't just be yoing people in the DMs.
Yeah.
Don't yo me, man.
Straight up.
Don't yo me, don't bro me. Because I don't know you.
100%.
People will yo me and bro me in the DMs all day long. And I'm like, I ain't opening that. Because then they're going to see, it's going to say red.
And I don't want to make people feel that way either. So I'm with you. No, I'm not. Because people have done that to me. Yeah. Listen, my background is in sales, bro.
Yeah.
So trust me, I've gotten rejected. I could give a shit who rejects me. You know what I love about sales, bro? It's desensitized me to other people's opinions. Desensitized. I'm talking about I've had doors slammed in my face. Yeah. I've had people call me all kinds of names. I don't know what it is about people. They think just because you're a salesperson, they could treat you like trash. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that process of getting treated like shit over and over and over and over and over again turned me into you know Rocky IV when he's like speaking Russian, he's like Rocky made the Biden, you know? That's me, dog. I'm like, bah, 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 bah.
What made you want to get into sales? Did you get into it to learn the skill set, or it was just like, look, I ain't got shit going on, I need to figure it out?
So the exact story is, I'm in college. No, I just graduated high school. I'm super broke, flat broke. Like, I couldn't pay attention. That's how broke I was. So I'm working full-time at McDonald's. I'm going to school full-time. And my only dream in life is to get rich. My only dream. That's my only desire. Right. And I don't know if you had one of your boys from when you're kids, but this was my boy. He's my boy to this day, Johnny. He lives in Colorado now. And we were always talking about, yo, we're going to get rich one day. Always. And then one day he hits me up. He's like, yo, I got something. And it was becoming part of a sales organization. And I said, I could do this, bro. You know what I mean? And it just took, but I was an 18-year-old kid out of high school. I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah.
And that process of refining myself and learning and reading books, going to conferences, I could tell you some crazy stories, bro. I bought a one-way flight I'll never forget it, to a convention in Phoenix, Arizona. I didn't have enough money to buy a ticket back. I didn't have enough money to buy a hotel room. I didn't have enough money to buy food during the trip. I said, I could buy this one-way ticket. I could make it there and figure it out and get this information that's there, or I could not go and miss out and say, oh, I'll go next time. And I was so hungry to get better in life that I bought the one-way and I said, I'm going to be here Tuesday. Watch. I'm going to be walking back into my bedroom on Tuesday. Brother, when I tell you everything worked out on that trip, wow. I got there. Somebody let me stay in the room for free. I got like a bag full of food from a bunch of people. And I was able to, I took so many notes and I was so grateful. I was like, man, when you put yourself in a position where you have no choice but to succeed, you are going to succeed, brother. That for me was your trip to New York with the Ciroc company. That for me was like, yo, that's what needs to happen in order for things to happen in my life. I need to say this is going to happen, and I'm willing to fall flat on my face. I'm willing to be stranded in Phoenix with no way back to Miami. Wow. When you put yourself in that position, life has no choice but to cooperate.
I moved here in 2013. No plan. My family thought I was nuts. They're like, oh, so what you going to do when you get there? So, oh, you're going to move to Florida with no plan. I got about 2 months money saved up. Right. Hopefully I find a job when I get there so I don't blow through that 2 months worth of money real quick. It's like, do you know people there? Or no. Then why you going? Because there's so much transaction happening in Miami. If I can't make it there,
can't make it anywhere.
Nowhere. Yep. Because where I'm at here in Delaware right now, there's no opportunities that I've seen, because I came here a lot before I moved here. Like 2-3 times a year, I will come to Miami, and I'm just like, yo, recession where? These people were just, it's the middle of the day. Everybody's at the beach. Like, it's so much transaction. And I was like, you know what? I just got to get there. Call my boy E. Luke. I'm like, yo, I'm moving. He's like, you moving? I'm like, yeah, I need you to ride with me. It's an 18-hour drive from Delaware to Miami. He's like, bro, like, I got to work. Like, what do you? He was like, yo, if you agree to fly back to be in my wedding, I'll come. I'll take the ride with you. So I'm like, all right, cool. We rode, bro. I came here with a car full of sneakers and a laptop. And I'm just like, when I look at everything that's been able to happen, I probably couldn't have started all of these businesses here that I did back home because I was comfortable back home. It was stagnant. It was just like no opportunities. And I was just like, yo, I had to get out the comfort zone aspect because I was just like, I wasn't living life. I was going to a job that I hated, just going through the process. And I was fed up one day. And I was just like, you know what? If it don't work, what's the worst could happen? I'm going to have to go back. But I didn't never plan on going back. I moved out of my mom's house at 17.
Yeah, same here.
And it's like, I damn sure in my 20s not moving back home because I failed trying to make it in Miami. Yep. So, bro, I came here. One of my guys was like, yo, you know, you used to do security at Kmart at nights. Why don't you, we sent your stuff to Kmart in Florida. So at least as you're trying to find a job, at least you got a little part-time or something where you can get some money. I'm like, oh, perfect. Because, man, I don't know what I was going to do. I go to this Kmart. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm here for the loss prevention job. He's like, we ain't know you was coming. We don't got no position. We filled that position 2 weeks ago. Damn. I'm like, damn. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I wish we would have known because we just hired somebody that we got to train and we could have just threw you right in. And I'm like, damn. He was like, but let me call another Kmart store and see if maybe they got something for you. I'm like, fuck, I ain't got no bread. Like my mindset was still messed up, bro. I had 2 months of money saved up to supposed to just pay my bills, bro. I was still getting the new Jordan releases and my mindset was fucked up still.
Priorities.
Yeah, it was still fucked up. And this guy's like, I called this Lake Park location and they said they could offer you 20 hours a week. And I was like, yo, I'll take it. I ain't got shit going on, bro. That first check was like $70.
Hey.
And I looked at my wife, she was just my girl at the time. I'm like, yo, got my first paycheck. She's like, let me see. She's like, oh, $77. I was like, yeah, man. Put that in the account. Like, she's like, okay, that'll get milk and eggs. Like, but bro, it was just like I didn't know what I was gonna do when I moved here. I ain't know nobody.